My name is Aisha. I'm one of the co-founders at Kreatorhood. Mani's also on the call. He's my other co-founder. We are an NFT marketplace and creator monetization platform. And where we really shine is in three key areas. One is we're trying to make it completely frictionless for creators and their communities to come into Web3. We've built the payment rails and infrastructure to facilitate that. Two, we're really trying to innovate around utility, and we've created a new class of NFTs, which are utility NFTs, and we're putting all of that information on chain. And three, we're really trying to protect the lifeblood of the NFT space, which is creators effectively, by protecting their royalties through an on-chain mechanism. So with that, I will jump in. The big problem that we see in this space is that, despite it being a very large market, $15 billion market, there's really a small number of creators who ever created an NFT. And just to put that into perspective, it's only about 25,000 creators that have done that. So that's a really tiny number. And there's a huge opportunity here because effectively there are over 130 million content creators out there. So we really truly believe that there is a lot that can be done to grow the space. Now, the question here is why? Why haven't more Web 2 creators come into Web 3? And frankly, it's hard. We may not see it as hard as folks who are in the space, but effectively, there's a lot of friction that comes in from having to set up a wallet, having to learn about the space and crypto and understanding how that works. And for the first time when you're listing, getting your wallet set up, paying for gas, there is a huge drop off because folks find it too hard. Now, and if you are lucky enough as a creator to be able to get over that barrier, you need to then convince your community to do the same. And so best case scenario is your fans and your communities come in, they're going to go through the top rail here, which is really setting up a wallet, and going through the whole crypto flow. The second rail is more so, what you might see on an OpenSea or with MoonPay, where you still have to undergo KYC because ultimately crypto needs to be converted to fiat in the back end in order to facilitate those payment rails. So what we've done is we've really tried to abstract fully all of that friction. So it's super simple for creators to come into the space. They can, in less than 2 minutes, come in. They don't need to create a wallet. We auto-generate a self-custody wallet for them. They don't need to do anything around crypto or gas. We do lazy minting. And very importantly, when there is a sale and they're paid in fiat, we actually pay them directly into their bank account. For the buyers, there's two flows. One, for the Web 2 side, is it's super simple. It really mimics an e-commerce flow, so they don't need to know anything about crypto or Web3 in order to come in and buy that collectible from their favorite creator. Equally for the degens, it's very simple for them. They just come in, connect their wallet, and they can transact as usual in terms of signing for transactions. We felt it was very important to do it this way because we are actually bringing creators into Web3 when they're ready for it. So the first time that they actually receive crypto into their auto-generated wallet, we take them through a journey to actually then get into Web3. So we're picking the point in the journey with the least amount of friction and also the point at which they're most incentivized when effectively they've gotten paid. So where we really sit in the landscape of things is that among other marketplaces, we can do things like minting, we could do trading of third-party NFTs. We have the ability here to mint utility NFTs, which I'll get onto in a moment, and we're really strong in terms of being able to onboard the masses, which we believe is super important to expanding the space. And we're also, a place where it's two-way for both the fans and their creators. We're really the only place where fans can really be part of their creator's success. So what we've done in terms of putting that utility on chain is we worked during our beta with 1,000 creators and their communities to say, what is it that you're really looking for in terms of what you want from your creators in Web3? And it was really around getting a share of that upside, IP rights, getting exclusive access. So, getting early access to things like merch or product releases, in real life events, and then a lot around things like video calls, tutorials, DMs, and things like that. So we've actually created 2 new EIPs where we're putting this information on chain. So for the first time, similar to NFT traits, you're actually seeing a lot of that specificity around the NFT put on chain. So things like the type of utility, how long it's available for, specific terms and frequency that are being offered. The second EIP, importantly, actually links the access to that utility to whether or not every buyer in the chain has paid royalties. And this is super important because in the last sort of 6 months, just to put into perspective, there's been over $120 million worth of royalties that have been missed out by key creators and collections in the space because there's no real way to enforce royalties. So our EIP kind of helps with that because effectively it says that as long as you are paying the royalties, you can access that utility. If you do not pay royalties, then the creator does not receive that or the collection does not receive that, then that utility turns off. And that's important because a number of NFTs are quite useful because of that utility, being able to attend special events or being able to use that IP commercially. So just in terms of wrapping up kind of who we are.
Unfortunately, time's up. Please wrap up your presentation. Thank you.
Sure, just to kind of give a sense of who we are. So I'm one of the co-founders. My background is I was a dancer. I went to Harvard and I have done a lot on the product and marketing side. My co-founder is a trader. He headed up a large hedge fund very early into CryptoKitties at the very outset. Our CTO is a very seasoned Web3 architect. And we also have Josh Ong, who's our Chief Strategy Officer, who's one of the key folks in the Web3 space, early collector, and very well known. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that. We'll just move on to the Q&A now. David, President, do you have any questions?
Yes. Well, thank you, Ayesha, for presenting Kreatorhood. Congratulations. I think there is a clear market fit. I've been looking for someone trying to solve this problem. So I just want to ask, so are you raising money right now? What's the state of the round? Do you have any hard commitments already? How much is left in the round? And what are the imminent next steps for you guys?
Hey, David, I'll take this one. Yeah, we are raising money right now. We're doing that through both equity and token, total size of around 4 million plus, 4 to 5 million. And we are in advanced discussions with some leads, but, and you know, there is pretty meaningful interest.
Okay. Okay, I'm interested. I'll continue talking later.
All right, President, do you have any questions for the team?
I forgot if we mentioned it, but do you have a go-to market strategy, and what's the stage at it right now? Sorry, missed a little bit. Yeah, in terms of how do you plan to scale and get more users, I guess, would be my question.
Yeah,
and
so
be needing as well, like partners and stuff like that.
Yeah, so partners, we've got Polygon, we've got NFT Go on the Web3 side, and on the Web2 side, we have Nuvei and Payoneer, which are 2 NASDAQ listed companies. In terms of what stage we're at, we have over 1,000 creators. Go to market, and we had a 20% join rate on those from the creators on a cold email, pan genre, so not just visual content. In terms of go to market, on the Web2 side, we're going out to another 150,000 creators over the next couple months. So if we get that same join rate, we'll have more creators than exist today in the Web3 space. On the Web3 side, we're looking to connect those Web2 creators to Web3 buyers. So, and we're doing that by releasing a native token. That native token will have strong incentives specifically around revenue share. So token proceeds will go to token holders. Sorry, platform revenues will go to token holders. And so there'll be multi-stage airdrops and incentives around that to kind of bring folks in on the Web3 side, and then equally the Web2 folks can go to their existing inbuilt communities as well as Web3.
And your revenue model is like a revenue share. Is there anything else?
Yeah, so we get a 2% platform fee, and that platform fee gets distributed to token holders.
Thank you.